What type of progesterone cream is best? Hey there, welcome to Ask the Fertility Experts, a daily Q&A show where we'll be answering your fertility questions. I'm Sarah Clark, founder of Fab Fertile. We specialize in low AMH, high FSH, diminished ovarian reserve, and premature ovarian insufficiency or failure. I will be joined by Dr. Tabitha Barber. She is triple board certified in obstetrics, gynecology, menopause, and functional medicine. If you have a question, simply go to Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram, leave me a DM and drop your question there, and we will answer your question on an upcoming show. That's Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram. Take care. Registration is now open for our free fertility challenge. This live fertility challenge starts on Monday, November the 8th. Go to fertilitydietfreebie.com. That's fertilitydietfreebie, FREEBIE.com to register. And in this live 5-day challenge, you'll learn which foods are right for your fertility so that you can prepare for pregnancy success, which foods could be harming your fertility so that you don't waste time consuming the wrong diet, simple steps you can implement right away so that you can optimize your preconception health and get pregnant naturally. I've worked with a chef with a nutrition background to help prepare these fall and winter recipes that will help prepare your body for a baby. This challenge is for you and your partner. Go to Fertility Diet Freebie. That's fertilitydietfreebie.com to join. There's a lot of information about which supplements are right for fertility. And like most couples I speak with, you are probably taking a lot of supplements. But are these supplements optimizing or harming your fertility? That's why we recommend professional grade supplements without harmful dyes, fillers, or top allergens so that you can prepare your body in the best way for pregnancy. And as you may know, we take a functional approach to fertility. And while supplements are included in your customized protocols, which are based on testing, they are only part of the equation because there's no pill you can take that will out-supplement the basics, such as poor diet, dysregulated sleep, either moving too much or not enough, and not dealing with chronic stress. So we do recommend basic supplements for both men and women. And these are essential starters that you need to have right now to optimize your preconception health. And I'm excited to offer you a special discount at our Fab Fertile store. You'll receive 15% discount on our professional grade supplements. So simply go to Fab Fertile Store. That's FAB fertilestore.com to access the basic supplements so that you can prepare your body for pregnancy success without wasting time and money on supplements that may not be right for you. Go to Fab Fertile Store. That's fabfertilestore.com and save 15% on your order. Hey there. Thanks so much for listening to the Get Pregnant Naturally podcast. And I've got a favor to ask you. If you are enjoying learning about the functional approach to fertility, consider going to iTunes and rating and reviewing the podcast. This is how it helps the show reach more people that are struggling with infertility, knowing that there's another approach that really can get to the bottom of why it's not working in the first place. So all you need to do is, if you're on the app or the desktop, just go in and consider leaving a 5-star rating and leave a review. And there is step-by-step instructions in the show notes showing you exactly how to do that. So if you can just take a few minutes, just take the few minutes right now. You can pause this recording, come back, leave the review. It would really mean the world to me and help others that are on the fertility journey as well. Take care. I didn't need to go to donor eggs. Obviously, I don't regret it. I have beautiful children. I could have done things differently, restored. I was still cycling back in my 20s. I could have looked at my health, the environmental toxins, the stress I was under.
Many women are being told their eggs are too old. That's often merely an assumption that's not based on actual evidence. The reason being that there is no direct test of egg quality. You can't test egg quality.
It's the man who's got a food sensitivity or he has a zinc deficiency.
Like, there can be a root cause to these symptoms that are, quote unquote, period problems, that the doctor will pass you a pill without any question of why.
And some part of you knows that if you can reframe your journey from not one of struggle, or if it is struggle, learn how to embrace the struggle. Learn how to embrace it.
Most conditions in the child occur during the 9 months of development. It's the genetic switches are turned on or turned off, and they're pre-programmed. So you are in such a powerful, amazing position to do amazing things for your kids
Why is IVF the first step? Because we believe it should be the last step. Welcome to Get Pregnant Naturally, where functional medicine and natural fertility solutions will help you get pregnant and have your baby. What type of progesterone cream is best? And this kind of goes with the self-prescribing piece. So it's really important to work with a practitioner when you're working with hormones, because a lot of times there's these generalized recommendations. My progesterone is low. I better take a cream. And maybe even a well-meaning doctor has prescribed something for you, or you're doing it by yourself. But is that the right approach? And it's kind of like that Band-Aid thing where you touch one thing and something else goes off. So let's just start with the question about the progesterone cream. Which ones do you recommend? And then we can kind of talk about, that not looking at just the progesterone.
Yeah. So progesterone cream, you want it to be bioidentical, meaning it's coming from a wild yam and it acts like our natural progesterone in our body. The over-the-counter supplements that you get in these creams and oil forms are a pretty low dose compared to the doses sometimes required for fertility issues. I will say that. But sometimes it is enough if you just have a luteal phase defect, or you're coming off a birth control pill, different scenarios, or you're ovulating but maybe not consistently. Then you can use the creams and the oils. So I personally often recommend Designs for Health because it's an oil and it's just absorbed really well, but it can be messy and hard to use. But I would really like to reiterate the point that you made, Sarah, that you don't want to just try some progesterone cream willy-nilly, because your body doesn't make progesterone cream at the same level every day of the month of your cycle. Your hormones fluctuate, and you need to make sure that you're getting the appropriate doses at the appropriate times. And so
I would like to invite you and your partner to a Supercharge Your Fertility Discovery Call. This call is for you if you meet at least one of the following criteria. You've been trying to get pregnant for at least 2 years. You've been through at least one failed IUI or IVF. This call is for action takers. If you're not ready and you wait, the risk is you'll need to wait 2 to 3 months for a spot to open up. If you're seriously considering work with us, go to fabfertile.com. That's fabfertile.com and click on Apply Here. That's fabfertile, fabfertile.com, and click on Apply Here. Then you'll be booked in and ready to spend 30 minutes to give you the action plan to getting pregnant naturally.
I find that a lot of women, what they end up with is irregular bleeding and just kind of confusing the situation for themselves when it's not, somebody guiding them using it.
And so for some reasons for, off the top of your head, like some reasons for low progesterone, what could those be?
So naturally, our progesterone decreases as we age because we don't ovulate consistently. We start to have less eggs left to ovulate. And so if you don't ovulate, you don't make a corpus luteum cyst, which doesn't produce progesterone in that second half of your cycle. Another big reason is chronic cortisol production. So too much physical stress, mental or emotional. So over exercising, training for triathlons, that kind of thing, being stressed at your job and miserable, being in a dysfunctional relationship, anything that's pumping out cortisol every day and like making you up here, you're in this sympathetic dominant state all day long. Every time you make cortisol, you require progesterone as an ingredient to make cortisol. And so you steal your own cortisol, and that leaves you with a lower level. The other way is that you can have estrogen dominance. So too much estrogen will make progesterone feel even lower. So there's quite a few reasons for that. And like I said, progesterone levels peak during the second half of the cycle. So if you're just taking the same dose all month long, you're not going to mimic your cycle, and you're probably not going to help yourself ovulate.
And this is something that we typically will see if we decide to run a Dutch test for you. That's usually later on in the program, and then we'll start off with blood work. So we'll see for sure if something is off. Thanks so much for being here. If you've got a question that you want answered, simply go to Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram, send me a DM, and we will answer your question on an upcoming show. That's Fab Fertile Inc. and send me a DM. And please refer to our disclaimer below. Take care. I regularly speak with 5 to 10 couples per week who are struggling to have their baby. And although we want to help everyone, we only have 4 spots available per month to work with us. I would like to invite you and your partner to a Supercharge Your Fertility Discovery Call. And this call is for you if you meet at least one of these criteria. You've been trying to get pregnant for at least 2 years. You've been through at least one failed IUI or IVF. This calls for action takers. If you're not ready and you wait, the risk is you'll need to wait 2 to 3 months for a spot to open up. If you're seriously considering working with us, go to Fab Fertile, F-A-B Fertile, and click on Book a Free Call. That's Fab Fertile, F-A-B Fertile, and click on Book a Free Call. Then you'll be all booked in and ready to spend 30 minutes to give you the action plan to getting pregnant naturally. You may be taking supplements that instead of optimizing your fertility, may be harming it. That's why we recommend professional grade supplements without harmful dyes, fillers, or top allergens. Simply go to Fab Fertile Store, that's F-A-B Fertile Store.com to receive a 15% discount on our basic supplement recommendations for preconception health. That's fabfertilestore.com. The Get Pregnant Naturally podcast, including show notes and links, provides information with respect to healthy living, nutrition, lab testing, and is intended for informational purposes only. The information provided is not a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment, nor is it to be construed as such. We cannot guarantee that the information provided on the Get Pregnant Naturally podcast reflects the most up-to-date medical research. Information is provided without representation or warranties of any kind. Please consult a qualified physician for medical advice and always seek the advice of a qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding your health and nutrition program.